Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2A semi-state semifinal from the Hatchet House in Washington, Indiana. Boy, do we have a pairing of 4 basketball teams here. We have a doubleheader, Parke Heritage and Forest Park. In the first ball game, Parke Heritage 24-4, Forest Park 19-6, and then Linton Stockton 21-6, and University Trailblazers 18-9 will meet in the second game. And then, of course, it's really a triple header because the championship game will follow that. Heather Rader, Big D, Dan Phillips, yours truly, Kevin Rader, here with you for this first game between Parke Heritage and Forest Park. Heather?
Well, we want to say welcome to those who are joining us for this internet audio stream feed today. And what you see on the screen today is what you're going to see during today's broadcast. And what we should mention is we obviously want to follow these teams as far as they can in the postseason, and so we are bringing you a triple header today. First up, as mentioned, Forest Park Rangers versus Parke Heritage Wolves, followed immediately by the University Trailblazers versus the Linton Stockton Miners. They're going to vacate everyone out of the gym, and then we'll be back live tonight at 7 o'clock for pregame for a 7:30 tip-off for the semi-state final to see who advances to the Gamebridge Fieldhouse for the state finals next week. Kevin?
I see that one team is already lining up over there, and I believe that is Parke Heritage getting ready to run out here onto the court at the Hatchet House. Big D, to run out on the floor in the Hatchet House, does it get any better than this?
I don't think it does. Of course, we don't have the full house yet because we don't have the other 2 schools here, but Forest Park, not a big long drive for the Ranger folks from down in Ferdinand. I was trying to think of the town there, and of course we know that Parke Heritage, up around Rockville, Indiana, has always had a pretty big crowd. And classic matchup between 2 teams that are pretty similar, Kevin, and lucky enough we've done a couple of Parke Heritage ball games. We've done one in person, and I know you have watched a lot of Forest Park. We're going to do a lot of parking today, it seems like. Forest Park with a shocking win over South Ripley, the number 1 team in the state last week. I think that opened up some eyes.
Well, and then Paoli also lost, right? I mean, Paoli was regarded as, I think, a favorite to get here.
Yeah, they didn't just beat Paoli. They beat them by 19 points earlier this year. So all 6 of Forest Park's losses have come against Class 3A or higher. Both of these teams have proven their worth. Neither team has lost to a 1A school. Neither team has lost. Actually, Parke Heritage's lone loss to a 2A school was to Linton in the Terre Haute Classic. They're 14-1 against that. 14-0 are Forest Park against 2A teams. So one of the key factors I look at is against competition of 500 or better. I mean, winning teams. Parke Heritage is 15-3 across that stat, which is a pretty good stat. Their losses have come to Plainfield, which is a 4A school. They lost that one handily the second week of the season. Linton, as I mentioned, only by 11. They beat they lost to Greencastle and they beat Centerville. I'm sorry, these are the victories that they've had, key victories I feel like they've had. Forest Park, Northeast Du Bois, who we saw firsthand in the regional last week, they handled them. They've also beaten Paola, and then last week South Ripley. So both teams come in with a pretty good size, one-loss record in who they've played. Coach Shelsky, of course, he sits at 141-53, and it's Coach Drew Messmer in his third year at Forest Park.
Now, go ahead.
No,
Heather.
go ahead.
One thing I was going to say, and I'll probably repeat this a lot during this, all three of these games, is I talked to Coach Britton earlier this week. I told you this already, Big D, off air, and he said, look, I think any four of these teams can emerge from this, which really makes this even more exciting this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a clear cut, where you expect one team to come in here and dominate the all four field. All of this is wide open, and you start looking at the rankings of what was left, and really is pretty decimated as the ratings of rankings and all that kind of stuff like that. At this point, a lot of it comes down to who is playing their best basketball at the best time. And looking at Forest Park, they have won the last 5 ball games. Like Linton, they closed with a tough schedule. They played Heritage Hills and Princeton and lost to both of those squads, and then rebounded come sectional time. Parke Heritage, gosh, they're on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-game winning streak that really started with a loss to Evansville Central back, and then they came back and lost to Mooresville, and then they kind of have rolled the table down the tie. Both these teams are going to be hardcore defense. Both these teams have a big man in the middle, 6'8" kid, looks like a Isaac Pickle. We know from
who played extremely well.
Yeah, he had a
Linton.
great game. Him keeping out of foul trouble is probably a key thing. And for Forest Park, I believe it's 30. Well, I got the same on there. I guess you'll have to look at the. Here we go.
Forest Park, it's
Camden Parkenheimer.
Yeah,
right. Number 42.
The sophomore, 6'8".
He's a sophomore. The other kid for Parke Heritage is a senior, so you wonder if that'll play a role. But, like you said many times, this time of the year, sophomores aren't sophomores anymore.
No, they're not. Heather?
So we want to remind all of you, and we're going to keep reiterating this throughout today's broadcast, that we are in an internet audio only capacity, which means you can listen to us, you can hear your dedicated and professional broadcast team of Kevin Rader, Dan Phillips, and myself call all 3 games today. We will be joined by Greg Elliott in Game 2. And what you're seeing on the screen right now is obviously a static shot with rotation of our all-season sponsors and those sponsors that decided to join here during the broadcast. And so we want to say hello to all of you who are joining us, and obviously the sponsors that you see that are in rotation right now in pregame. We want you to remind yourself that these sponsors have made these games possible for all of you to view free at home. And we are excited to be able to not only bring them on board and have them on board all season, but we encourage you to patronize them as well. We're going to take a really quick rundown through some of these sponsors that you're going to hear in rotation during tonight's broadcast. This morning's broadcast, rather. First off, we are in the E2 Custom Creations pregame show. Let them help you create the perfect personalized gift for your special person by laser engraving on just about anything. And they are currently taking orders for 2025 and 2026 graduations. It's never too early to plan ahead. So if you have an idea or need help creating one, give them a call at 812-798-0174 or visit them on Facebook at e2customcreations.com. Starting lineups for this game, as well as the next 2 to follow, are brought to you by Klusner Constructions. Whether it is a remodel, a new construction, a home addition, or more, you know it's done right the first time. Every single time you choose the crew of Klusner Construction. So call Tony Klusner or Bart Wade of Linton today. Our halftime sponsor is Illusions Bridal and Prom. They have the gown for you, and they carry many designers such as Giovanni, Sherry Hill, and more. So if you're looking for a wedding gown, a prom dress, homecoming, bridesmaids, tuxes, or more, visit Illusions Bridal to be your one-stop shop. Make the shot by visiting them at 701 Main in Vincennes. Also, tonight's scoreboard sponsor, this morning's scoreboard sponsor is Heritage Lumber and Supply. They are your local source for lumber and building materials, located in Linton behind Walmart. They're locally owned, they're locally operated, and they offer full building packages, exterior building projects, windows, doors, and more. So let their team help you with your next DIY or professional building project. Call them at 812-798-1178 or find them on the web at www.heritagelumbersupply.com. Today's free throw sponsor is Midwest Satellite. Mike Morin asks, are you looking for TV or high-speed internet? Give him a call as he offers Dish TV plans starting at $91.99 a month and T-Mobile high-speed internet for $60 a month. So call Midwest Satellite 812-847-8848. Call Mike. He will treat you right. And our three-point shot sponsor is Walton Funeral Service. They are dedicated to professional and compassionate service, leaving kind memories since 1915. One generation to the next, one family to another. Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. Their families have been there for this community for over a century and look forward to serving you for many more years to come. They are your lamp of hope when you need them most. And as a reminder, today's broadcast team for this first game of the 2A Semi-State is Kevin Rader, Dan Phillips, and myself. Kevin?
One thing, Big D, I happen to notice, and, I don't know, what one prognostication is any better than any other, but I have noticed that at least the teams in this first round, I think Parke Heritage and Linton are the ones that people seem to think will advance from these two early games.
I think judging by all the different kind of rankings and the stagger and things like that's what you come up, but you just don't know. I mean, University was favored last week. Not University, I should say Providence was favored against the Miners, and the Miners came out and prevailed in that game. So it's both of these teams shoot the three-pointer. That's a key factor. Both of them like to put the ball down in the middle and work off the big man on the inside. And, I can't say for Forest Park because we've only seen them on video, but as for Parke Heritage, they have the Shelsky's kid at the point guard who really controls things coming down, and he's usually deadly from the outside. But against the Miners, he didn't have his usual shooting day. It was the other kid. It was Luce, number 22, Braden Luce, a senior, who just drained, if you recall, 3 or 4. I think somebody said 5 3-pointers in that game. It just seemed to be the dagger that put us down. They're a very physical team, as we saw. Forest Park was a physical team. If you didn't watch that game, South Ripley came out and took a pretty good size lead in that second quarter. Looked for all purposes like they were the number one team in the state, kind of rolling down the second half. Came out, and Forest Park was a completely different team that scored 26 some odd points, held them South Ripley to 3. And before South Ripley could breathe, it was a 12, 15-point game that they kind of came back to and got within 2, but in the end, Forest Park was able to prevail. So this has all the makings of a up and down the court physical battle.
In listening to the play-by-play from Forest Park, it was kind of tickled me when they kept calling them the Park Rangers. Yeah. They are the Rangers. So if you hear me call them Park Rangers, I'm not doing boo-boo or anything else from Yogi. Hey, boo-boo. I'm not doing that, but that is what they call them, the Park Rangers. And the other thing is the University Trailblazers coming in at 18-9. They're kind of the wild card in all of this. Nobody really knows a lot about them.
Yeah, they're out of Carmel, and they've obviously played a lot of different teams on their schedule. Of course, I'll probably look closer at that whenever we get to our game. They've only really played, they have played 4 4A schools and 3 3A schools. So again, they're a team I think that's maxing out. It's odd to look at their schedule because they lost, it looks like 5 games. At one point they were 2-5, 3-6 to start this season.
And turned it around.
So all of a sudden, I don't know if somebody came back from injury or if they just found themselves. They go extremely deep. They at least were going 8 to 10 guys in the games I saw, and they've got speed. They've got some height. That'll be a real test for Linton, but that's the kind of test Linton's been going at all year. And we talked about this too, Kevin. Number 21 is Ren Harper. He was the senior that probably one of the bigger moments of the year when they let him come out and on senior night, and he's out there. Of course, he was dressed in the game as well, so I don't know if he's actually going to play tonight or not, but that would be an additional body that was really a good player.
Heather?
So I want to quickly do a very quick reminder to all that are watching your favorite team, either in the stands or you're listening to your favorite radio announcer or you're listening to us. This broadcast is copyrighted by the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. One quick reminder, and I'm going to say this probably multiple times throughout this broadcast. I think I've probably blocked about 20 spammers since we set up this morning at 8 o'clock, about 8:20 this morning. If you are going in and you are paying for a broadcast to watch the picture, the only place you should be doing that is through the IHSAATV.org website. Because there's a number of people that anytime that they see a picture of a gym, Big D, I'm sure you're probably going to get it because you've posted some pictures this morning.
Yeah.
But you're going to get inundated with people saying, okay, here's the game, here's what you need to pay. And if you go in and you put in any kind of payment information, you're not only going to fall victim of a scam for paying the wrong person, but you're giving out your credentials and your information to people that you do not know.
And you're not getting the game either at the end of it.
So please keep in mind that the only way that you're going to see the actual game live is one of two ways. Buy a ticket, come and sit in the gym, or two is to watch it on the IHSAATV.org website. And they have an offer where you can go in and buy one game for a certain amount of money, or you can buy all games today. You can have the opportunity to watch all. There's multiple games going on across the state. You can buy all of them for a one-time fee.
And we should add that if you would want, you could pay the fee to the IHSAA and watch these games, but then listen to us, turn down the audio, and listen to us to the play-by-play, because we are in real time when we're on YouTube. Heather, explain how that works.
So in looking at my computer, I've got my computer in all different types of options here, but YouTube is as real time as you possibly can get. So what we have found with a number of our viewers is that when they sit in the stands at football or basketball or volleyball, they're able to call us up on our YouTube station, and it's like the game is in action. And obviously there's a lot of great broadcasters that are here from a number of multiple outlets. I'm sitting next to two radio announcers to my right. There's two radio announcers right behind us. Over in the corners, there's a number of other radio stations as well. And then obviously the IHSAA TV crew, which is the only crew that is videoing these three games today. It is a reminder that we are doing internet audio for all three games. So as soon as this broadcast completes, we're going to quickly, and when I say quickly, our post game for this first game has got to be super, super quick, because we have to disconnect, reconnect in a Linton University fashion, try to give them the pregame that they deserve as well. And then we're going to take a little longer of a post game on the Linton University to wrap up both game one and game two. And if you're listening to us as you're traveling down for the University Linton Stockton game, you must exit the gym after game two, because they're going to bring in a crew to clean up the bleachers, clean the floor, clean the locker rooms, etc., to get ready for tonight's game. So please keep that in mind. I love looking up here at the scoreboard. And for those Linton Miners that are listening as they're traveling to today's game, they're rotating all of the players with the numbers, with their height, and then obviously their year, class, and then their position.
Fresh from Kingston Crane, and look up there, and there's his name.
Ruben Goodman right there coming up.
Get a couple pictures.
So that's pretty cool. Garrett McBride, the 5'7" senior guard, that's coming up here as well. Owen Smith, 6'2" sophomore. So for those of you that are traveling to get down here to the Hatchet House, this crowd is pretty deep right now.
I was about to say, Heather, it's over 7,000 capacity,
Kevin,
correct?
7,000 night. Look at these babies probably are only 2 months old.
Yeah, just
dressed
months
up
old.
So I'm wondering if they
Oh
have
my gosh,
maybe
headbands with green.
Maybe they have a father that's on the coaching staff, or maybe it's a sibling that's playing. So I'm seeing Mr. Superintendent Tim Grove entering the Hatchet House. Yes, over there to get ready to join the Linton crowd. So that's nice to see him. He's also a board member with the Indiana High School Athletic Association. So we're glad to welcome him to today's gym as well. But we're getting quite a few people joining on our YouTube. We thank you all for watching, and we must take a quick time out to hear a word from the Indiana High School Athletic Association. You're listening to a production of Rader Media Sports.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back again here to the Hatchet House in Washington, Indiana, the side of the 2A semi-state semifinal here tonight. There we go. It's 2-2 now,
morning.
Heather. I've said tonight twice,
it's
and
okay.
we're even up. Let's look at. I wanted to mention something about the crowd because as we started to say, it was over 7,000 is capacity here. I think we've got easily about 4 now. We've still got some room on the ends. But it is filling in.
Forest Park has brought a really, really good crowd.
Boy, they really have.
What's really interesting about this is that, Forest Park's colors are a deep hunter green with a gold with trimmed in black. Park Heritage is a black and kind of a gold, kind of a Purdue kind of look. And so you see on your screen the representation that Forest Park will be in hunter green and Park Heritage will be in black. Now, one thing I do want to go ahead and mention quickly is we like to be as active with our listeners, our viewers, as possible. So in the chat section of our YouTube, we would love for you to check in and let us know where you're listening from or where you're watching. When we say watching the broadcast, where you're watching this internet-only broadcast as well.
Audio only.
We will do everything we can to give you a shout-out on the air, permitting that we have some time. But we are now officially under 1 minute to go for the tip-off of the first game of the 2A semi-state semifinal.
We're apparently right next to the Forest Park cheer section, so you're going to hear a lot of cheers for the green and gold. And they've been very successful. They won the state championship in 2005 and 2006. Their last jaunt was 2018. They won the semi-state right here at Washington. So this is a rich program. They have won 16 sectionals, 8 regionals, 4 semi-states, and 2 states. Park Heritage, as you know, is a culmination of Turkey Run and Rockville. A lot of history in Rockville. Looking over their history, looks like their last semi-state was 2021, and that was right here at Washington. So successful programs. They also won the regional 4 times. Last one was last year at Martinsville. In fact, back-to-back wins at regionals, and they've won 5 sectionals for Coach Shelsky.
Here's what I love. The last time these two teams met, semi-state.
Right.
2024. And Forest Park lost that one to Park Heritage by 10, 64-54. So
there's a little history.
They meet here only in the big-time games.
They do meet each other, and usually it's a pretty good battle. And it does have all the makings of which.
And we are getting ready for the national anthem.
Yeah, let's get set here.
I can actually stand pretty easily on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats. Salute our flag, our national anthem.
The flag still being moved off of center court. That's why we're waiting now.
And I love how people continue to stand, which is protocol, once the flag walks off the floor. And I love how both crowds and both sides know that. That's wonderful to see.
We're getting ready for the Klusner Construction starting lineups here.
Well, I know the Rangers, looks like they have 5 or 6 seniors. Senior-heavy team.
Let's see, I think they're going to introduce, are they just introducing the starter? Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay, they are introducing the entire team. Fans are still filing in here.
Parke Heritage has about got their quota. I do see some minor fans across the way, scattered in the black and gold of Parke Heritage.
Here are the starting lineups. Brandon Goins, 5'9", averaging about 3 points a ball game. Braden Luce, 6'1", sophomore,
He's
deadly shooter.
Yeah, he's the one who had game of his season.
Trey Shelsky, averaging 13 points a ball game, a junior. Isaac Pickle, the junior, 6'8", averaging 7 rebounds a contest. Carter Crum, 6'4", sophomore, averaging 2 points a ball game.
He's the kind of kid that doesn't have the big numbers on the scoreboard, but he's in on every play, every loose ball. Crum is going to be there. Shelsky, you like to use that phrase, the straw that stirs
the drink.
That is a description of Shelsky.
We'll get the introductions now for the Forest Park Rangers, 19-6.
Now this kid plays quite a bit, Betag.
Now the starters. Jared Berger, 6' junior, getting the start at guard. Grant Fleck, 6' junior. Brock Schuler, 6'1" senior, averaging 11 points a ball game. Oh no, yeah, that's right. Number 24, Reese Wolf, 6'4" senior, again averaging 11 points a contest. I bring these up because these are the double-figure scorers. Camden Partenheimer, he's one to watch, 6'8" sophomore, averaging 11 points a game. So, Big D, they have 3 players in double figures.
Yeah, it's a lot like Parke Heritage. I mean, I think
with Luce, Shelsky, and Pickle.
Yeah, and there's not the main star on either one of these teams. They'll be very patient running the ball. The key, for me, will be Pickle versus Partenheimer. The physicalness on the inside where the referees let them play. Will one of the big men get in foul trouble?
It's not often you get 2 6'8"ers jumping up here. And I love these fans right next to us.
I feel like we're at a college game right now.
Yeah.
It's a great atmosphere. The student section for the Rangers jumping up and down like what you might see at Wisconsin.
And Parke Heritage, the crowd they have, they're
doing the same thing. There's the opening tip, controlled by Parke Heritage. They're bringing the ball up. Goins with it on the right side. Now they whip it over to the left to Crum. Out on top, big fella. Now Cutter. Loose. Danger with the ball. Shelsky with the left hand goes to the baseline. Shot in the air. Good. 2 for Braden Luce. He's averaging 10. Full court pressure are coming up really mid-court.
Was that Luce or was that Shelsky?
That was Shelsky.
Shelsky.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Thank you.
I got a double dribble on Goins with Berger.
Jared Berger. So the first turnover of the ball game. It's 2-0, and the Wolves will try to add on to their lead now. Shelsky. Left side, Crum. Now along the baseline to Pickle. Hook shot up, no good. Little contest for the rebound, and a foul is going to be called, I think, on Pickle.
Yeah, I know he's trying to fight for the ball, but get an early first foul.
Boy, it's one of those wasted fouls for your big man. First foul on Pickle. It's still 2-0 Wolves, but now the Rangers will try to get something on the board.
He had a really good look. Just a lay-in, didn't get it in there.
They're working it up against the press. Now they get it over on the right side. Fleck with the ball. Working on the right wing. Shifts over to the left side. Wolf moving with the ball. Reese looking inside. Can't do anything with it. Gets it to Berger out on top. He goes inside to the big fella. Partenheimer shoots it. Gets the shot blocked. And now he tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover. It goes back to the Wolves.
Good defense by Pickle, and boy, with a foul already, he'd have picked up number 2. That would have been bad. Partenheimer tried to get the ball back out and just threw it away.
Coming up with the ball now is Shelsky, working with the left hand on the left side. Gets it to Pickle. Now goes to the baseline. Backing his way in is number 33, Crum. His shot up, no good. Yep, he spent too much time trying to muscle his way around his defender, and he traveled. 6:33 remaining in the first quarter. It's still 2-0 Wolves. Rangers trying to get something done here, coming up against this press, which is taking longer for them to set up their offense. Getting it inside a little bit, kick it back out to Fleck. Now to Berger, back to Fleck. Back to Berger on the right side. He almost gets fouled. Takes it to the baseline, now goes cross court. Fleck. Back to the right side. Berger. The two are playing catch here against this zone. And Big D, you got to get it to the baseline to open up the zone.
Yeah, or feed it into Partenheimer. There it is, the feed.
The big fella goes up with it and gets it. Partenheimer, it was sort of a reverse layup, except he used both hands to muscle it up and in. It's a 2-2 ball game. Wolves with a basketball out on top. Goins. Right at the logo here at the Hatchet House. Now working over on the right side, Shelsky. Back to Goins. Now to Pickle. Now inside, shot up and good. A nice soft touch there by Carter Crum. He's going to be more physical going to the hoop.
He's one that they probably are going to pay attention to, Shelsky and Pickle, and that's going to leave guys like Crum and Luce out there to make plays.
4-2 Wolves on top. With the basketball now is Fleck for the Rangers. Gets it out on top to Schuler, back to Fleck. Bounce pass inside, tipped away, deflected. Coming up with the basketball, Parke Heritage on the move.
That is 3 turnovers for Forest Park.
Shelsky backing up toward the logo, now wants to work to the right side. Gets it to Goins. He's out of the left wing. Dribbling with the left hand, shifts to the right, wants to go around, trying to get around. Number 20, Schuler, is playing great defense. Baseline jumper left side, up no good by Shelsky. And right away, the Rangers are on the move. Out on top, Partenheimer, shot no good. He gets his own rebound, tries to follow, and he gets another foul. And this could be on Isaac Pickle.
I believe it will be. Got him on the shoulder. That's still, they're going to call 22 on it instead.
What a break.
That is a break. Braden Luce going to get that foul, but boy, it could have been Luce's foul, but it also could have been Pickle's.
Midwest Satellite free throw line for Partenheimer, and he hits it. He has 3. All 3 of the Ranger points so far. They trail, but he'll try to tie it up here with this second free throw. Nope, off no good. Rebound falls to the hands of Trey Shelsky. Brings it up on the right side, goes to Pickle. Now out on the right wing. Looking to Shelsky. Goins. Crum out on top. Now driving to the hoop is Shelsky. Kicks it out. Crum will take the shot. Up no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Oh, offensive foul.
Gosh.
Number 32, Isaac Pickle, had a loose elbow that flew around there and caught one of the Park Rangers, and there's foul number 2 on Pickle. He's gone for now.
That'll be a big foul. 4:06 to go in the first quarter.
He slammed the court in anger when he got it, but it was pretty apparent, and it was right in front of the referee.
Leighton McMullen, a sophomore, big difference in size. They really don't have a big man at all in there now.
Fleck bringing the ball up on the right side. Gets it back over to the left to Schuler. Now to Wolf. His three-pointer on the way. Up no good. Rebound pulled down by the Wolves. They're off and running. Shelsky with the ball. Top of the key.
No three-pointers hit so far by either team.
He's just kind of assessing the situation. A little bit of a yo-yo dribble. Now goes back to the right. Cuts back to his left. Shot up good. This kid's a ball player.
Yeah, that's what he's really good at doing right there.
It was just one-on-one. Clear it out. And he had the center of the floor, and he made it happen. 6-3, Wolves on top. Schuler tries to get it underneath, and he does. A reverse layup won't fall for Reese Wolf. He was wide open, but he couldn't get it. Shelsky with the ball, wants to go to the cup. His shot is up, no good. They're going to call a foul. Boy, Shelsky has the green light, clearly.
Yeah, and he did this against the Miners earlier in the year. Same thing. They kind of clear out, and he's just so quick. That first step, it's almost impossible to get a leg in front of him. So what'll happen is the backside has to come up and help, and he can dish off for the open three. That foul was on number 3, Berger.
Crum getting it inside. Shot up, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Rangers. 3:11 to play first quarter. Wolves 6, Rangers 3, and we have a substitution coming in. Number 12 is coming into the ball game, and that's Jaden Bettig. 5'10" senior.
He played as much as the starters did in a sectional or regional championship.
Partenheimer trying to throw it underneath to a cutting Reese Wolf. They step in and intercept that pass.
Crum.
And here comes Shelsky. Shot up, no good. They're going to call a foul here, a defensive foul against number 24, Reese Wolf. That could have gone either way.
Yeah.
There was some speculation it would be offensive.
And we got Ren Harper's going to come in the game. That's why we're hearing the big crowd.
Number 23 now, Shelsky stepping up to the Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line.
This must be his first appearance because the crowd rose on their feet.
Ren Harper coming into the ball game as Shelsky gets set to take his second Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw. Let me tell you, Ren Harper was the leading scorer on this team when he went down. So it's good to see him back out there. He does have a brace on his left knee.
Gotta wonder.
Shelsky hits both free throws from the Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line.
He looks pretty good right now. That's great for him to be able to get back in action.
Yep. He's a good ball player.
You got him
like
at the
to see
top
it.
of that 2-3 zone. He's out
Reese
there.
Wolf tries to cut in, can't. Gets a baseline jumper, feed, and a tray is good for Jaden Bettig. You can see why he's in the ball game. His Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. It is now 8-6 Wolves leading the Rangers, but the Wolves have the ball. Shelsky, top of the key. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound. There's offensive. He bowls right over number 24. Reese Wolf saw that coming and just waited for the collision, and he draws the offensive foul. First on Shelsky.
Well, they've picked up a couple of charging.
Full court press and set for the Wolves. They're going to make this tough for Forest Park to get the ball up.
Well, having Harper healthy and playing, that gives them a deeper bench as well.
They break it pretty easily, really. The Rangers with the ball. Pass over on the right side, Fleck. Now to Schuler, back to Fleck. They're working on the right wing against I think a 2-3 zone.
Owen Boglin in the game too, number 40. He's got some.
There's a bounce pass low, a turnover by the Rangers. It went off the thigh of number 40, Owen Boglin.
Boglin is 6'5", so they got 6'5" in there whenever they set Partenheimer down. 5 turnovers for the Rangers, just 1 for Parke Heritage.
The Wolves moving the basketball here, working it down on the baseline. Ren Harper with the basketball. He averaged 12 before he went down with that knee injury. They're going to get him the ball now, top of the key. Works over to the left to Shelsky. Shelsky trying to get something done, but Fleck is right with him. Boy, he's being very physical. Shelsky is just driving into his defender, and boy, I'm surprised he didn't get another offensive foul there, but he did draw the foul on Fleck.
And that will be a shooting foul. Shelsky is 2 for 2 from the line. 6 of the Wolves' 8 points.
Steps to the Midwest satellite of Linton free throw line. He's 2 for 2 from there. Boom, 3 for 3. He's a cool customer.
Coach's son, so you know he's used to the pressure.
Partenheimer coming back in, as is Reese Wolf. Schuler is out, and Fleck is out for Forest Park. And Shelsky steps back up to the Midwest satellite of Linton free throw line. Good. 4 for 4 and 2 baskets from the field right now for 8 points. Shelsky leading all scorers. Bringing it up now against this full court press.
Good defense by Harper.
Wolf with the basketball. Gets it to Berger. Back to Wolf. Back to Berger. Now over on the left side to Bettig. Out on top.
Nice pass.
Get a good pass underneath there, but they don't get a shot. They kick it back up to the baseline. With it now is Wolf trying to make his way. He can't. Berger will. Shot! It's a three-pointer. A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer for Jared Berger.
2 of 4 from three-point range are the Rangers.
There's a nice drive in there, but no go for the Wolves. But a good steal. Oh, thought he stepped out of bounds, and he did. There was a good steal on the pass by Braden Luce. The Rangers were bringing the ball up. He stole the pass, but stepped out of bounds on side court. And so the Rangers will get another opportunity with 39 ticks remaining in the first quarter. They're trailing by 1, 10-9. They have not led in this ballgame.
No.
So if they get a point here to end the quarter,
nice inside
they
feed.
might have the lead at the end of 1. Going over on the right side, driving with the ball is Bettig. Kicks it out to Berger again. Shot up, no good. Rebound fought for and pulled out of there by McMullen. They're coming down now are the Wolves with 16 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Shelsky walking the ball up. On him is number 12, Bettig. Shelsky, shake and bake. Top of the keys, get fouled.
Well, I tell you what, he just grabbed and held, and you wonder about those being intentional fouls. He just kind of grabbed him.
They're shaking their head yes. Let's see what the call is.
Evidently
so
not.
They say it was before the shot.
Yeah, I believe that part of it. The other part of it was they just kind of grabbed him with both hands.
No, they give him a foul.
Well, they got a foul, but that wasn't an intentional one of those type of deals.
Shelsky was grabbed. Shelsky likes to come down and do that shake and bake. Left, right, and then break. And usually he's breaking to his left. Let's see. He wants to get the ball in. He does to Ren Harper, and they pick his pocket right away. There's a shot up off the backboard. No good at the buzzer at the end of 1. So the Forest Park Rangers are trailing in this ball game 10-9 to the Parke Heritage Wolves. This is Rader Media Sports. Is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, farm, life, business needs. It's not about protecting her family, she says. Let me protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana. Call 812-582-8941 to speak with Alicia, one agent for all of your insurance needs. At Crane Credit Union, we offer checking accounts to fit your needs, a high-yield option, free debit cards, online banking, free checks for members 60+. With no monthly service fees, you can start letting your money work for you. Not a bad idea. Learn more at cranecu.org. And Audrey Sparks wishes all a safe and healthy tournament.
We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment. This is a production of Rader Media Sports.
Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Welcome back to the 2A semi-state semifinal from the Hatchet House, the first of a triple header for us tonight. Parke Heritage and Forest Park. And right now the Wolves with a 1.109 advantage, but the Park Rangers have the basketball. Berger driving all the way to the cup, off the glass, tried to draw the foul. He did. I think he kind of was hoping to get both, the basket and the foul, but the shot did not go in. That's the first time we've seen any of the Rangers have enough speed to be able to get around the defender to get to the cup.
Yeah, they're one of two. Only got 2 points in the paint.
Berger misses the first Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw
in that first quarter, and overall they shot 50%, 30% for Parke Heritage. Parke Heritage 0 for 3 from three-point land, 2 for 4. Really, 3 guys have scored 3 points. That's the 9 points for the Rangers.
They inbound the ball here to Trey Shelsky.
On the other side of the coin, Shelsky has 8 of the 10 Wolves points.
They have clearly given him the green light to run the offense and do whatever you want.
And with Pickle, the 6'8 kid on the bench with 2 fouls, that's what they're going to have to do.
He's going to shake and bake and put up the tray, and he hits it. Shelsky gets everything he wants so far as he hits the Walton Funeral Service three-pointer.
It is his game right now.
11 points.
Loose is very
for
solid.
Shelsky.
Hasn't taken a shot at all, number 22.
A 13-10 advantage. Parke Heritage on top. Forest Park with the basketball. Reese Wolf out on top. Hands it off to Schuler. Back to Wolf from the left wing. Looking for the cutter. Finds it in Berger out on top. Berger again, same play. Drives right to the cup, and he's wide open again. This time he makes the shot. 5 in the game, 6 in the game for Jared Berger.
It's a Walton Funeral Service three-point shot.
Oh, no. That was a layup.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. There's a shot up off the glass and good by number 33, Carter Crum. 2 points for Crum. That's 4 now for him. 15-12. Forest Park on top. The Rangers of Parke Heritage with the ball.
My apologies. They put a 3 up on the screen.
They had 13, didn't they,
yes,
for a second?
The Rangers of Forest Park, I apologize. I got that wrong. We'll get everything right here.
We got a lot of parking.
Schuler with the basketball. Feeds it off now to Fleck. He goes inside. Trying to move with the ball is Reese Wolf. He has no luck. Kicks it out. They go to the big fella, Parkenheimer. He turns around, the 6'8", can't get anything up. He feeds out to Schuler. His shot is up, no good. Partenheimer with a rebound, and he puts it home.
That size now with Pickle not in there, Partenheimer kind of rules.
5 in the game for the big fella. And it's 15-14. Again, Parke Heritage on top. Shot up in the air, no good. Rebound is pulled out of there by Reese Wolf. He comes down center court, wants to shake and bake all the way, and he gets it. Reese Wolf with his first 2 of the ball game. The 6'4" senior averages 11, took it right to the cup. Shelsky with the left hand coming around on the left side, misses it. Rebound is pulled out of there by McMullen, but now we've got a foul called, and let's see. I'm just surprised. It doesn't even look to me like Shelsky's looking to pass at all.
Yeah.
Like when he comes down, he's just going right to the cup.
Schuler will get the foul, number 20, his first foul. Yeah, he looks like the game is in his hands right now.
Here he is with the ball, top of the key, takes it in, shot up, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Reese Wolf. Wolf, top of the key, hands it off to Schuler. Schuler to the cup, off the glass. They are going to the rack now. 2 points for Brock Schuler. And they have their first lead in the ball game. 18-15 Rangers. You can hear the fans for the Rangers yelling defense as Parke Heritage drives the ball to the hoop right in front of the Forest Park fans. Goins with the ball, top of the key, feeds off on the left side to Shelsky. To the cup, shot up, no good. Rebound, pulled down by number, is that 32?
42, I think.
Oh, okay, 42. That's Partenheimer. Shot on the left side, up no good by Partenheimer. Rebound. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call over the back on Reese Wolf. And so Parke Heritage will get the ball. How many is that on?
Wolf's 2.
So that's why he's headed to the bench. He and Fleck have moved to the bench. Let's see, Berger is in there. Number 12, Bettig is now in the ball game. And number 20, Schuler. Number 42, Partenheimer. And then number 40, Boyglin. So they have their 2 big men in at 6'8 and 6'5. Shot up, Shelsky, top of the key, and he misses it. Rebound is pulled down and now decked. And they're going to say the player for the Rangers falls down. That is Partenheimer. I think he thought he was going to get the foul, but they just say the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rangers.
Well, they called a foul on Crum.
Oh, they did. Thank you. Berger with the ball. On the left side, Schuler. Now to Partenheimer. Back to Schuler on the left wing. He walks it out near the logo to the right side to Jared Berger. Berger floats to the top of the key, passes off the right side, now back to Berger. He wants to take the shot, can't. Whips it out over on the left side to Schuler, back out to Berger. Shot in the air, no good by number 12, Bettig. The rebound is pulled down by Parke Heritage.
Luce getting his first board, first stat.
Goins with the ball, gets it to Luce. He's got a long jumper, in and out, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Partenheimer, whose presence is really noticeable right now. There's a shot up off the glass, no good. They crash the board. Shelsky comes out with it for Parke Heritage, and they're running. Goins over on the left side. Back to Shelsky. Shake and bake, right to the cup again. Shot no good, and Partenheimer has pulled it down. Boy, he's missed like 4 shots in a row now. Schuler to the cup, off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Parke Heritage. Boy, it's like one and done for both sides here. Shelsky on the right side, and now what do we've got? A
shoe off.
Somebody blew a shoe here. Number 5, McMullen, getting his shoe back on. That gives Grant Fleck an opportunity to check into the ball game. He's going to give Partenheimer a rest. Now, we have not seen Pickle in some time.
No, I don't think we will. They cannot afford him to have a third foul.
21, Ren Harper checking back into the game. Brendan Goins has gone out.
Now, Shelsky is overall 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 6 inside to 3.
Shelsky, I think, is getting a little winded.
It seems like his shots are falling a little short, but he's going for it. There's a good play.
Here's a shot up inside. Good by number 33, Carter Crum on the feed by Shelsky. Forest Park bringing the ball up, and they trail right now, 18-17. Whoa! There's a tray on the way. It's good. Who hit that?
Number 20,
Schuler. A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. 21-17. Rangers on top.
How many points do you have for Schuler?
I have 5.
Okay, that's my mistake right there.
Harper with the ball on the left wing. Gets it out on top. McMullen. McMullen goes over on the right side to Luce. He's been quiet so far tonight. I expect to be hearing, or this morning, expect to hear more from him soon.
Just missed a couple threes. And
trying to go low to Carter Crum, and he traveled. Great defensive play because Grant Fleck came over to cover from the weak side, and that caused the traveling call.
Yeah, that was a big one. Crum had worked around and got some position.
Partenheimer coming back in. Going out is Jaden Bettig.
3 turnovers for Parke Heritage, 6 for the Rangers.
Full court press, no problem. Partenheimer has the ball over the timeline. Getting it back to Schuler on the right side. He floats to the left to the top of the key. Pass over on the left side to Fleck. He goes inside to Partenheimer, and he is hacked. He, with a big fella, will go to the Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line.
He's 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Nice dish pass by Bettig down to Partenheimer at the bottom block. Turned around, put it up, hit on the arm by Crum.
So far with the big man Pickle on the bench with 2 fouls. Partenheimer is having his way. Timeout on the court. 1:38 to play in this first half. And right now, Forest Park Rangers have a 22-17 lead over the Parke Heritage Wolves. This is Rader Media Sports. Locally owned for over 30 years, CAS Contracting, DBA, doing business as Kramer's Tree Service, specializes in land clearing and development, including residential tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, vegetation control, compost, seasoned firewood, and quality hardwood mulches. If it's an outside job, call CAS Contracting, DBA, Kramer's Tree Service at 812-847-7221. And Heather, we always like to welcome a new sponsor.
We do. We're also going to keep going forward. Linton Sporting Goods is your local one-stop equipment shop for all things sports. Locally owned and locally operated in the family for over 40 years. They will make sure you are ready for the start of the season or upgrade throughout any season. Find them on Facebook today.
And Ross Ubelor, Rita Holtzclaw, Cindy Walton, I'll say good luck in this year's tournament. So we're getting set for the final 1 minute and 38 ticks of this first half. And I must say, I am very surprised by the Forest Park Rangers here in this early going of the first half.
A big story has to be, though, Pickle with 2 fouls on the inside, because Partenheimer now has been able to, he's 2 for 2 from inside the paint. His presence, he's been able to block a couple balls, and his rebounds, he's at 4 right now.
Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line. He hits both of those. So now he has 9 points, I believe.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game.
23-17 Rangers on top of the Wolves. Shelsky comes around a screen. He's in the middle. Puts an arm out to try to shield himself. Kicks it out. Jumper on the left side. A three-pointer by Leighton McMullen.
Well,
he's averaging 4. A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer.
Shelsky can make things happen just like that. Getting in, 3 guys sunk in on him, and he found McMullen. And they've got to hit that shot, and he did.
Fleck on the left-hand side. Floats over to the right. Hands it off to Jared Berger for the Rangers. Now they go inside. Partenheimer kicks it back out on the left. Schuler, he kicks it out. Back to him now. Schuler, right-hand side. Number 14, Fleck with the ball. Now back to Schuler. He goes right to the cup, and he gets it. I don't know. He has some deceptive speed going to the hoop. He has 7. 40 seconds now remaining in this first half. 25-20. The Rangers on top. Carter Crum with the ball out on top. Hands it off to Shelsky. You see that forearm he uses to clear his path? I'm surprised they have not noticed that.
Got to figure Coach Messmer will probably mention that to the official. I think that's when you get frustrated. You're constantly trying to get room, trying to get space.
Well, you figure some of the biggest scorers they have, Pickle and Harper. Pickle on the bench with fouls, and Harper hampered somewot by a knee injury that he's just returning from.
His first game back,
so
obviously.
It falls on
Shelsky,
but Luce is also dangerous, and he has been non-existent here.
Luce has had 1 shot from three-point land, and that's it. Holding for the last shot.
10 seconds to go, 25-20, Rangers on top. But the Parke Heritage Wolves have the basketball. They'll have the final say of the first half. Shelsky shake and bake. And now top of the key. Three-pointer.
Man.
Good for Trey Shelsky.
Huge.
A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 for Shelsky as we go into the intermission. But the Rangers have the lead. It is Forest Park 25 and Parke Heritage 23 as we go into the Illusions Bridal and Prom halftime show. This is Rader Media Sports. Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955. Welcome back. It's time to hear from another new sponsor in Rader Media Sports. Since 1954, Bob Walters Linton Motors has offered a large inventory of vehicles to suit any budget, but they can also service your vehicle from everything of oil changes, tire inspection and rotation, and much, much more. Why drive out of town when you can have your vehicle serviced right at home? Visit their local website at www.bobwalterscars.com. The Grill is a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and in the same family for the last 40. Open 7 days a week with steak night every Friday and Saturday night. You can dine in or carry out at this eatery located at the heart of downtown Linton. Now, going over the scoring, let's start first of all with the Rangers, who own a 25-23 advantage here at intermission. Jared Berger with 6 points. That's 1 of 2 from the free throw line, a basket from the field, and a tray for 6 points. Brock Schuler with a 1 triple from the field and a couple of baskets for 7. Reese Wolf with 2. Camden Partenheimer with a total of 7 points. That's 3 of 4 from the free throw line and a couple of hoops. And Jaden Bettig with a tray, and they are 3 of 6 from the free throw line for 25 points at the intermission. Now for Parke Heritage, for the Wolves with 23 points, thanks to a triple right at the buzzer at the end of the first half. Trey Shelsky, 14 points. 2 trays, 2 baskets from the field, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line for 14 points. Carter Crum with 6, 3 baskets, and Leighton McMullen with 1 shot, a tray. And as we said, the team, Shelsky shooting all the free throws at 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So if you look at it, it's Parke Heritage, Shelsky with 14. Otherwise, he only has 2 other teammates scoring. That's pretty amazing. Big D will have a closer look, though, at these stats when we come back. This is Rader Media Sports on the Illusions Bridal and Prom Halftime Show. Illusions has the gown for you. We carry many designers such as Giovanni and Cherry Hill and many, many more. Illusions Bridal and Prom, your one-stop shop. Make the shot at Illusions Bridal and Prom Shop, 701 Main, Vincennes. Welcome back to the Illusions Bridal and Prom Halftime Show, and Big D, Dan Phillips, has a closer look at what transpired in the first half.
Yeah, the Rangers shot 75%. They were 6 of 8 in that second quarter. A lot of working on inside the paint. 10 of their 25 have come inside the paint, but what you don't see on this is a lot of times they feed it inside the Partenheimer, who is spun a little bit, gets double teamed, dishes it out for the 3-pointers. 9 of 14 overall for the Rangers, 64% shooting. They're 6 of 8 inside the stripe. Successful 3 of 6 from the 3-point range. They are 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 67%. 44% shooting for the Wolves. They're 8 of 18. A lot of those are drives in the paint. Only 10 points, though, because they've not necessarily finished those drives. 5 of 11 inside the paint, 3 of 7 outside, 43% there. They're perfect at the line, 4 for 4. Turnovers are 6 to 3 in favor. Actually, Parke Heritage with just 3. Forest Park had 6 in the first quarter, none in the second. Rebound-wise, not a lot of rebounds because most of the shots have gone in. 6 boards for Forest Park, as you would expect. Partenheimer has 4 of those rebounds. 2 of those are offensive rebounds. We only have 2 second chance points, and that comes to the Rangers. 5 rebounds for Parke Heritage, 2 of the boards by Shelsky. And as you say, Kevin, it is Shelsky trying to make things happen on the offense. Forest Park, a little bit more wider range. The guys are hitting from the inside and the out.
Well, we've talked about Pickle, so I think we don't need to belabor that point. Right. But I want to make this point. Ren Harper averages 12. He has 0. Braden
Right.
Luce averages 10. He has 0. Isaac Pickle, also the big 6'8" ball player, averages 11, and he has 0. So
Yeah.
that's taking 33 points, or at least half of that at intermission. You say 15 or 16 off the board,
Yeah.
and it all falls to Shelsky.
Yeah, it is definitely, at least it feels like the game is trying to keep us close so we can get in the second half and get Pickle back involved. Crum's baskets have been kind of scattering underneath. He got a nice dump from the assist. I didn't talk about three from Shelsky, which is what you would kind of figure. 3 also from Bartenheimer on the inside. I think that's been key.
Well, and Goins averages 3. So
Yeah.
you're getting up to 35 points, Big D, 36 points.
When we played them, they had 3 or 4 guys that were off.
Nobody
threats.
could miss.
Yeah, and tonight just great defense by Parke Heritage, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think they're going to have to try to spread that wealth. is what
I'm
they're
not
gonna
so
have to do.
sure Shelsky can continue to play at this
that pace,
level all
at that
game.
pace. Well, I think we saw some evidence of him, some of those drives, shots coming up short, and the boards on the inside without Pickle in there.
It's like watching an NBA game where you know you've got this all-star guard and the whole offense moves through him.
Yeah.
Where who he passes it to shoots. Otherwise he shoots. Otherwise he drives. Otherwise it's all
And
Shelsky.
maybe second half, there's a whole different game plan that they use him as a decoy and do that kind
Well,
of thing.
Pickle will have to be back in the
He
lineup.
absolutely cannot come in and pick up a cheap foul 3.
So, and I should say the Park Rangers were 3 of 6 from the free throw line in case I did not or I failed to mention that. Heather?
We're going to take a quick timeout to hear from another one of our sponsors. And we'll be back in just a moment. This is a production of Rader Media Sports.
Is your family protected? Contact me, Alicia Cornelius, your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, to discuss your home, auto, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family. Let me help protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana, call to speak with me, Alicia Cornelius, one agent for all your insurance needs.
Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the 2A semi-state semifinal from the Hatchet House, where the Forest Park Rangers have a 25-23 advantage here over Parke Heritage at the intermission. And time for another new sponsor here. The next time you need a lift, call Skinner's Towing. They're locally owned and operated since 2012. If you're ever in an accident or breakdown or unsure who to call, request Skinner's Towing at 812-699-0713 for fast, friendly, and affordable towing. Skinner's Towing, the people you can depend on 24/7.
Better hand me that number because I'm probably going to need that in future days.
John Hammerstein, Matthew Parmeter, Cam Gabrielson all wish you a healthy tournament. By the way, that number again for Skinner's Towing, Big D?
Yes,
812-699-0713.
Never hurts to have that in your car ready to go.
Well, and
Big
the
D-
nice
oh,
thing
I'm
about
sorry.
it is that whenever you do have a breakdown or you do need a tow, you have the right to choose to call
right.
whoever you want. So remember Skinner's Towing.
Yeah, that's a good point because you're kind of stuck.
Big D, both teams on the floor. I want you to make a point you just made to me earlier.
I think the Parke Heritage is not showing, everything in their basket. I think they're limited. But I think the idea was try to stay close so we can get the second half. And honestly, it's a 2-point ball game. Shelsky's three-pointer at the end of that half, it's 25-23. It's essentially 0-0. It feels like Forest Park should be up by 10 or 11 points right now, and they're not.
That's a really good observation. Trey Shelsky getting ready to take the pass on the inbound from Carter Crum. And we are underway.
Yeah, they could tie it right here and be a good start to the second half.
Shelsky with the ball. And by the way, Isaac Pickle is in the starting lineup.
Right off the bat. You're seeing
And he's got the ball down low, muscles up, and misses the shot.
Boy.
Partenheimer pulls it down. The Rangers trying to add to their 2-point advantage. Just underway, second half.
Have some good defense down low.
Berger kicks it over on the baseline. Now back to Berger. Partenheimer over on the left wing to Berger on the right side. He floats it back out on top. Whips it over the left side to Schuler. Partenheimer underneath and turns around at the free throw line. Out on top, Fleck. Their coach directing traffic here. They're being very deliberate here. Schuler with the ball now, working on the left side to Reese Wolf. Reese Wolf's a good ball player.
Yeah,
he has not handled the ball as much as I think they would like. Partenheimer with it. He's going to go up on the big fella and misses the shot, but who's right there?
Yeah.
Number 24, Reese Wolf. I just mentioned him, and he gets his 4th point. 27-23 Rangers.
Second chance point.
With it now, Parke Heritage with a basketball. Loose with the ball, goes left side. Goins. Now back to Loose. Shelsky. Here's where the offense shakes and bakes to the cup, off the glass.
Oh,
no
my
good. Oh, it just hung there forever. Reese Wolf with a rebound.
Boy,
There's an attempted steal, but they were able to save it. Now they get the tipped ball out of bounds, and right away, Forest Park having a little trouble there. Call a timeout to try to save the possession. 6:23 to go here, third quarter. 27-23. Forest Park leading Parke Heritage.
At Indiana Farm Bureau, we're not just good at insurance, we're good at your insurance. Talk to your local agent, Jathan Wright. He's here for you whether you want to talk in person, get started online, or call him at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
And looking to sell your home, Century 21 Sheets agent Corey Motter specializes in getting top dollar for clients. With a proven track record and personalized marketing strategies, Corey strives to make selling easy and stress-free. Get the results you deserve and close it with Corey. Both of these teams looking for creative ways to close this one out, but we got a long way to go yet.
Yeah, Parke Heritage, 2 opportunities, first 2 possessions. Couldn't get into the basket from close range.
Reese Wolf drives, feeds it out to Berger.
There he is again.
Then he gets the rebound, fakes, gets it up off the glass. And I'm telling you, Reese Wolf is making his presence known. 29-23 Rangers. They come out on fire. Nice block by Partenheimer. And now there's loose ball on the floor, and they're going to call it Forest Park basketball. Partenheimer has come to this game aggressively.
Yeah, that's block number 2.
Right now, Isaac Pickle is just watching Partenheimer dominate.
He's thinking about that, not getting that third foul, I think. They were down by 2, now they're down by 6 at the 5:43 mark.
Fleck with the ball on the left side. Gives it to Berger. Goes around the screen, set by Wolf. There's a shot by Wolf, in and out, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Pickle. Shelsky, left side Pickle. Now, number 3, Goins, with it out on top. Shifts to the right side and then gets it back to Shelsky. Now to Carter Crum. Now back to Shelsky. Drives on the left side. Guess what? Shot blocked. It's picked up and up off the glass. No good. No foul called. It looked like Reese Wolf hit the deck and was fouled, but nothing was called. He gets back up. It'll stay. The ball will stay with the Rangers. Lucky break there. You know, these kids for Forest Park are all standing, and they kind of block the left-hand corner for us, or the right-hand corner for us. But I'm not going to complain about their enthusiasm. It's wonderful. Great drive. Reverse layup up, no good by Wolf. He couldn't quite get that one to fall, but he went right around the big fella, Pickle, to try to get that shot in the air. In fact, Pickle's got the ball, drives to the cup, then feeds off on the right side. A nice behind-the-back kind of pass to Carter Crum, who gets his 8th point of the night. 29-25. Rangers leading the Wolves. 4:35 to play third quarter. Flick with the ball on the left side. Goes out on top to Berger now. To Reese Wolf for Forest Park. Schuler. Reese Wolf inside. Partenheimer. Fadeaway jumper. No good.
There's the difference in Pickle being in the game.
You could tell it was pronounced with that shot. There's the pass going straight out of bounds. They're going to say it'll stay with Parke Heritage. Looked like the ball went straight off one of the Wolves to me, but
Bettig coming in for the Rangers, and 14 is coming out.
Luce is coming back into the ball game, number 22. Going to get it out on top to Shelsky. He runs it down on the inbound. 4 minutes to play, third quarter, 29-25, Forest Park with a lead. Shelsky with the drive, up, no good. They're going to say there's a foul with the body. But did you see how high Partenheimer got on that?
I did.
He almost pinned the ball to the backboard. He was well above the rim.
But the foul's going to be on 24 Wolf. That's going to be his second.
I'd say it was almost an elbow above the rim.
Yeah, he was way up there. That would have been a foul.
Going to step to the Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line is guess who? Shelsky.
Pickle was right there to get that board if he needed be.
I hate to say it's been a one-man show for the Wolves, but it really has been.
You could say it. Crum has snuck in there with 8 points, but it is all Shelsky. And they're hanging in there. If somebody else can get hot. No double figures for anybody in Forest Park.
Second free throw by Shelsky from the Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line is good. So, as Big D points out, no matter how well the Rangers might be playing, they're only ahead by 2. 29-27, just under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Schuler with the ball on the right side. Getting it to Fleck. He'll go to Berger. He'll cut back to his left. Get to the top of the key and then whip it over to the right side. With the ball right now is Bettig.
2-1-2 zone.
Berger. Partenheimer.
2-3, I suppose it is.
Bettig. Partenheimer. Fakes the pass. Now they whip it over to the opposite side. Bettig with the ball. In trouble. Gets it back to Berger. Berger. Feeds it off. Now they go top of the key. All alone is Schuler. Shot up and will fall. And that's a trade. That's his second Walton Funeral Service three-pointer for Brock Schuler. He has 10.
He's their leading scorer. That was a beautifully patient. There's Crum on the inside.
Goes inside and was able to back down his defender for his 10th point. As Big D says, he's been Robin to Trey Shelsky's Batman so far, and that's been their game. It's 32-29. Rangers by 3, and they have the ball. Schuler with it out on top. Going to Bettig. Now to Berger. He will not pull the trigger. Partenheimer.
Gosh.
They get the pass to Partenheimer, and right away he is fouled by Luce.
Luce tried to make the pick at the top of the key. Coming in now is
Partenheimer's going out, and the big fella, Owen Beglin at 6'5", is coming in.
He's a long, lanky guy, too. Nice to have a 6'8", 6'5" kid.
So the Rangers inbound the ball with a 3-point advantage. Berger over on the right side now. Driving in is number 20, Schuler. His shot no good. The follow is good. Was that Schuler for the follow?
Yeah, it was.
So he has 12. Great play inside there with 34-29.
Another second chance point. That's 8 for the Rangers.
Pickle out on top.
Gosh.
Wall ball. Misses everything. And goes out of bounds. And oh boy, the Ranger fans next to us are loving that.
Isaac just has not been able to get into the flow of the ball game. Picked up a foul within the first few seconds.
Beglin
just has 2, but he's not able to get on the offensive side of things.
Schuler. Bettig with the ball now. Back to the left. Schuler. Bettig. Beglin. Now wants to go back to Berger. Back to Beglin. Kicks it back out. Berger shifting to the left-hand side now. They get the basketball to Schuler. To Berger. Cutting to the glass. Off the glass. Good! What a great play offensively. Berger comes circling around from the weak side and takes it right to the cup for his 8th point.
Got the assist from Schuler, and in traffic he was able to drive it and score.
Shelsky loses the ball out of bounds. They're going to say there's a foul. Bailed him out. 36-29. Rangers on top. Largest lead of the game, which is 7 with 1:15 to play in the third.
Foul is on 22.
Shelsky will trigger the inbound. Why not? He's doing everything else. Gets it inbound.
Sorry, that was on 12.
There's a shot up and good by Pickle, wasn't it? Yeah. 2 points for Isaac. His first 2 of the ball game. Unbelievable. Partenheimer with it now. Gets it to Berger. Now shifts over to this side. Fleck. Hands it off to Berger. He's being guarded by Harper. Berger taking plenty of time here. Works over here on the left side to Schuler. He's open. He'll take it. Looked like it was going to fall, but no. Rebound pulled out of there by Isaac Pickle. Shelsky will walk it up. They'll go for the last shot. Clock running here. Under 25 seconds to play, third quarter.
Need a basket here.
Parke Heritage trailing by 5, 36-31. Shelsky was able to hit a tray right before the halftime buzzer. Can he pull it off again here in the third? Because that's what's going to happen. He's going to take it all by his lonesome. He goes to the right side, loses the ball as he's triple teamed. Now they get it the other way. 2-1 off the glass. Good. The Rangers score at the buzzer at the end of 3. 38-31. Forest Park leading Parke Heritage. 8 minutes to play. Hold on to your hats. This is Rader Media Sports.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All you can say with 8 minutes to left in this basketball game is wow. Forest Park Rangers at 19-6 have 38. The Parke Heritage Wolves at 24-4, 31. It's a 7-point advantage for the Park Rangers.
And you start looking at who they've lost to. It was Washington here at the Hatchet House, Gibson Southern, Jasper, Southridge, Heritage Hills, and Princeton. So
Berger with the ball. You have to start realizing they just triple-teamed Shelsky.
Yeah, and they saw it coming
and
all
so
the way.
They knew what was going to happen, and they got it right.
I really thought the key with Parke Heritage was having so many variety of players that could score.
And they're not doing
it. They're not even taking shots.
Fleck getting it to Schuler on the left wing. Now on the right, Berger hands it off. Reese Wolf in trouble in the lane, trying to get the pass off. He does. Reverse shot. I thought it was going to be a reverse layup. Turned out to be a fall-away jumper, but no good. I can't quite see with these kids right here on the left. I think the ball is going to stay with Forest Park and went out of bounds.
Partenheimer and Pickle were going for it.
Number 3 is going to take it out.
That is Jared Berger. He's got the basketball now. They hand it back to him. Looking for Schuler. They're going to be very deliberate here with a 7-point advantage.
No need to hurry.
Get it to Reese Wolf. He'll go to the cutter. It's Berger again on that same cutting play to the hoop. 10 points for Berger.
That's another second chance point.
There's a nice move to the hoop. And I think that was Pickle, wasn't it?
I looked down, didn't see him. I
think it was number 21.
21 Harper. Thank you.
Harper.
Thank you, Heather. Now full court press. They get it here to Reese Wolf. Reese having trouble kicking it out to Schuler. Now he goes out on top to Fleck. 40-33. Forest Park with the advantage in this fourth quarter with under 7 minutes to play. They're wide open. Reese Wolf going to the cup. He's decked. He had a wide open path, and he was hammered. So he didn't even get a chance to get the shot up.
Berger had a beautiful pass down inside. Kind of rubbing his right elbow. That foul's going to be on Goings.
Wolf stepping up to the Midwest satellite of Linton free throw line. Gets the shooter's roll. It just hung there. Now we equal the largest lead of the game at 40-33. Harper's now going out. Checking back into the game is Luce. Second free throw, good as gold. 2, 4, 6, 8 points for Reese Wolf, who's come on strong here in this third quarter. Shelsky with the ball.
Now you got panic a little bit with the Wolves because they're finding themselves down.
Loose. Dribbling with the left hand, goes back to Shelsky, cutting back to the right on the right wing. His shot is in the air, and his tray is good. That's his third of the night. A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer, and again, as Big D points out, he's the only thing keeping them in the game.
19 points for him. They need some defensive stops.
42-36. Forest Park with the ball in the lead, just under 6 minutes to play. Berger with the basketball. Now driving to the cup was Wolf, but he, right there, Pickle steals the ball, and we're coming the other way. Parke Heritage, there's Shelsky. They got to guard him. He hits another tray, a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. And just like that, it's a three-point ball game, 42-39. Rangers still have the lead, but they're just a Shelsky shot away from a tie. 5:41 to play in the fourth and final quarter, 42-39. Rangers on the Heritage Lumber and Supply scoreboard.
Now we're going to talk about, since we have just a couple of minutes here, we want to reiterate we are in an internet audio capacity, which means we cannot show the playing floor. We're receiving an abundance of questions as to why we cannot see the court. We've advertised it all week, posted it, shared it, did some lives, so keep that in mind. Also,
no one. The IHSAA allows no one.
Correct.
To live stream video.
The only people that are streaming this in a video format is the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Secondly, what I'd like to mention is obviously we are on YouTube only, so thank you to those that are currently watching our YouTube channel. And you will have to disconnect from this ball game. We're going to stop it pretty soon after the final buzzer hits. We're going to give a really quick score update, and then we're going to automatically start the next game, which is University versus Linton Stockton, so we can give them pregame as well. And then at the end of the University Linton Stockton game, we will do a wrap-up of the first two ball games for post-game coverage. Kevin?
Well, if you were to look at the scoreboard, you could say the Rangers 42, the Shelskys 26.
No kidding.
Because the rest of his team has 13 points. But more importantly, he's kept him in the game. It's a 42-39 game, and right now Parke Heritage feeling a little momentum. What can the Rangers do to stem the tide? Berger with the ball on the left side. Hands it off.
Yeah, they're extended out.
Fleck.
Closer. Oh, they got it.
Reese Wolf. Foul called. He gets his pocket picked. Shelsky.
Second foul on Shelsky.
He had visions of a breakaway layup when that foul was called.
Well, that place would have erupted.
Berger to inbound the ball. He'll get it into Brock Schuler.
The officials, I've noticed in here that the officials are watching the Parke Heritage coach pretty tight here as far as where he's getting placement on the court, and is pushing him back a number of times here.
There they hand the ball off. Fleck goes baseline to Berger. He dribbles through traffic, and the big fella, Pickle, picks his pocket. Here comes Shelsky. Under 5 minutes to play, 42-39. Whips it over on the left side. Pickle with the ball.
Nice.
Give and go. Goes back to number 33, Carter Crum, breaking to the hoop, and he gets his 12th point of the night. 42-41, Rangers by one.
The assist by Pickle. And now there's some energy that we have not seen in Parke Heritage all game long. Suddenly is there.
Schuler out on top, right side. Wolf, someone for them is going to have to step up. Schuler in the lane, kicks it back out. Fleck, Partenheimer. Nope, passes off to Berger. Back to Partenheimer.
It seems
they
like
double team him. Now here he gets it to the cutter, which is Wolf.
It seems like they've had shots they're not taking. They're pulling it back out every time. Will that come back to haunt them?
Berger. Back to Wolf. Reese is double teamed, and now they got a foul call. I don't know if it was 5 or 22.
22.
Luce is going to get the call.
They double teamed the ball. Reese Wolf.
Yeah, he just tried to.
That's 4 on him.
Push through. Now Luce is.
Ren Harper coming back into the ball game, and going out now is Luce. As I said, it was fourth foul, with Heather pointed out, as 4 fouls.
He's a senior as well. Heavy on the seniors.
Berger with the ball across the timeline. Again, just under 4 minutes to play. Shelsky almost with another foul there. Berger hands it off. Schuler takes it to the cup and is knocked out of bounds. Literally decked. I thought they'd call a foul on Pickle there. They did not. But the ball will stay with Forest Park.
That looked like a lot of contact underneath the basket.
Going to move it around here, try to get the ball in. They do get it in. Trying to move around the rim, up and off the glass, no good by Reese Wolf. Pickle with a rebound.
That went around.
This could be big. The Wolves could take the lead here after trailing by as much as 7. And guess who's got the ball? Shelsky on the left side. Pickle.
He's got it.
They go underneath to number 33, Carter Crum, and he's fouled.
Starting to exert some physical strength on the inside. That's going to be Grant Fleck's second foul.
Going to the line, the Midwest satellite of Linton free throw line is Carter Crum. It'll be his first attempt from the line tonight. There, I said it again, didn't I?
Yeah.
This morning.
It's hard.
It's still morning, isn't it?
It still feels weird.
Now it'll shift to afternoon.
I don't know if that'll be any better. Carter Crum hit the first one. We've got a tie ball game, folks.
Game is tied.
Second free throw. The Wolves take the lead. Unbelievable. 43-42. We said this fourth quarter could be interesting, and boy, is it. 43-42 Wolves. Now, the Rangers have to be a little more aggressive. Get it out on top to Grant Fleck.
Yeah, got to get back to what they
Grant
were doing.
wants to go with the right hand to the right side. He's the Lone Ranger out there as they clear it out. Get it to Berger on the left. Now to Reese Wolf. Spins. Goes back out on top. Partenheimer.
Shelsky was about to try to pick that.
He's got to find somebody. Gets it to Schuler.
And they're running Partenheimer
now
to
back
top
to
of the
Wolf.
key.
Now the baseline into Partenheimer. Shot up. Good.
Man.
Camden Partenheimer gets his first 2 in the second half. He has 9. And you can tell they want to work through Partenheimer if they can. 2:49 to play. Rangers now have a 44-43 lead. So right now it's Forest Park over the Park Heritage Wolves 44-43 on the Heritage Lumber and Supply scoreboard.
We're going to take a quick timeout and be back in just a moment. This is a production of Rader Media Sports.
Century, you have seen a lamp as our logo. This is the lamp of hope. It is a symbol that though we will go through darkness at the time of loss, there is a light that leads us to a greater eternity. It also reflects that we will be a light to help you through this difficult time. We're here when you need us most.
.249 to play, 44-43. Forest Park leading Park Heritage by a point.
Both fan
fourth quarter
on their feet.
Shelsky with the basketball, walks it up over the logo. Berger will meet him at half court.
2:40 on the clock.
Right to the cup, loses the ball, and it's picked off by Reese Wolf. He's got a man all alone. Schuler takes it up. Shot blocked. No foul called. It's on the floor. They're trying to call a timeout or a jump ball. What's the call? Jump ball. Everybody here for Forest Park wants a foul as their player was decked. But the ball will go to Park Heritage. Wow. That's a second time now on 2 successive plays where you've seen.
Compared to the first 2 fouls he got, those 2 were blatant. Letting them play now.
Shelsky brings the ball up, 2:25 to play, 44-43. Forest Park with the ball, with the 1-point advantage.
He's driven the lane, but he's lost the ball the last couple of times. So
Park Heritage with the ball. Shelsky with it on the right wing.
They know he's coming down that path. 2:09 on the
Berger
clock.
waiting to see what he decides to do. Shake and bake around the screen. Wants to go to the cup on the left-hand side. No good. Rebound pulled down by Crum, and he makes it count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 14 for Carter Crum. He's come on here in this fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to play, 45-44. Park Heritage with a 1-point advantage. Nice feed underneath. Partenheimer gets the easy 2. He's got 11. And the Rangers now leading by 1 as we're just teeter-tottering back and forth with 1:25 to play. The Wolves with the ball, and they trail by 1. Shelsky wants to take it in by himself. Now gets it to Crum. Spins around the right side off the glass. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. Belongs to the Parke Rangers.
Tremendous defense on the inside. I want to give credit to Reese Wolf. Crum was trying to go left and right and ended up taking off.
What a ball game.
Shot.
Schuler to inbound. Big D. We didn't see this coming.
No.
What a great ball
This is
game.
kind of what we thought.
Berger gets Shelsky, picks it off. Now he's stripped. Great block by Schuler, and the ball will stay with Forest Park. Shelsky was just stripped. He's got his hands on his hips.
Ball's going to stay.
I hope he was fouled.
Yeah, he was fouled. He got the steal and then went up for the shot and got blocked. And then they called the foul on Schuler.
Shelsky stepping up to the Midwest Satellite of Linton free throw line, and he misses it.
Gosh.
That would have tied the ball game, but this one still will. 1:11 remaining. It's 46-45. Forest Park on top.
22 points for Shelsky.
He's got to be winded. Second free throw, good.
Oh, man, 46 all. 1:11 on the clock.
71 seconds remaining in this ball game. 46-46. Schuler walking it up at the logo. Gets it to Berger. I would have to think they're going to try to play it for one. They'll get fouled somewhere along the line here. Reese Wolf with it on the left-hand side.
I figure it's going to come down to Partenheimer in some way. Either feed him and he feeds off of it.
Partenheimer floats down to the low block. Awaiting Berger. Now he comes out and cuts. They want to get the ball to him. They do not. Schuler with the ball. Spins in the lane. Can't get the ball up. Berger can. Shot off the rim. No good. Rebound is pulled down by Isaac Pickle. And that could be the biggest play of the game. It's 46 all. Clock running. 25 seconds remaining. Parke Heritage will play for the last shot of the game.
Fans are up.
And you know who's going to take it.
You know he's going to drive and do something.
Shelsky has, is it 22 or 23?
He has 23.
He's got his jersey number. Can he get to 25 and win the game?
6 seconds. There he goes.
Shelsky goes around Berger. Floater. Shot up. No good.
Call a foul.
Foul called. But this is before the shot.
Yeah, they've got how many? That was just.
We could be looking at overtime. Timeout now on the floor. Just 5.1 seconds remaining. It is 46 all. Parke Heritage has basically 5 seconds to win the game.
What do you do?
Unbelievable. What a great ball game. And we've got another ball game to follow this one.
Probably going to try to deny Shelsky to get the ball out of bounds. And then foul immediately.
And if it's not Shelsky, Luce could easily do it, but he's not scored all game.
What a time it would be.
Carter Crum underneath.
Crum
could be interesting.
Crum with 14. Those are the two big guys. Strange to see Pickle with just 2 points. Remember, he sat out pretty much the entire first half. But he's been effective with 5 boards on the defensive side.
Well, Carter Crum stepped up, and that's been the difference because Shelsky has continued to rain points. He's the rainmaker here, but he couldn't do it alone, and Carter Crum stepped up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16 points for Crum, and 10 of those coming in the second half.
Yeah, he's been the guy.
Forest Park Ranger fans trying to cheer on their defense. They have got to come up with a stop here in an attempt to take this basketball game to overtime. Oh, don't go away. Shelsky huddles his team at the free throw line. Here come the Rangers.
And they got both the 6'5 and the 6'8 kid out there, Partenheimer and Boglin.
They put Boglin on the ball at 6'5. Ren Harper to inbound.
Shelsky's all the way down under the basket.
He's going to come out and cut around.
Second guy.
Here he comes.
Got to get it in. Got to get it in.
They get it in. They get it into Crum. He's going to take it to the hoop. Lips it over. And guess who gets the point to win the game? Isaac Pickle gets the easy bunny off the hoop. It's a 2-point win for the Wolves.
Holy cow.
He was all alone, and Carter Crum found him for the assist. And the man who had not scored he's got 2 points. Now has his 4th. Isaac Pickle with the difference in a 48-46 ball game.
Gosh.
Wow.
Parke Heritage will advance to the championship
Holy
final tonight, beginning at 7:30, and they will face the winner of the next game between University and the Linton Stockton Miners. Let's do a really quick wrap-up here.
Okay, I've got points. Ren Harper with 2. Braden Luce failed to score. 3, 6, 8, 9, 23 points. Shelsky getting his jersey number in points. Pickle with 4 and none bigger than the game winner at the end. Goins failed to score. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16 for Carter Crum. 3 for Leighton McMullen. And a total now of 48 points for Parke Heritage to win this 48-46 stunner. Jared Berger for Forest Park coming out with 10 points. 2, 4, 10, 12, 14 for Schuler. 2, 4, 6, 8 for Reese Wolf. 11 for Partenheimer. 3 for Bettig. And so that totals 46. So 48-46 final. Quickly, Big D, we won't even go to the graphic. I'll let you go over some of this.
I won't even do any of that. I'm kind of in shock at how well that play worked. Coach got that all set up. Everybody in the planet was looking for Shelsky. It was Crum, the third option. He drove, and whoever was supposed to cover the big man let him loose, and what an incredible ending.
Remember they put the 6'5" guy on the ball, and I don't know where Partenheimer was in all of that.
All I know
is that he was not at home.
An absolute beautiful play with 5 seconds to go. Trey Shelsky kept this team alive and kept them in all the way to the end with help from Crum. Congratulations to Forest Park. They look like they were handling the pressure real well. I think everybody's in a stunned situation.
Well, Parke Heritage now will await to see who they will play in the 2A semi-state semifinal championship game from the Hatchet House between Linton Stockton and the University Trailblazers, which is coming up next.
As a reminder, you will need to disconnect because we're getting ready to disconnect this feed, and then we'll go ahead and we'll push something out on our Facebook page as far as where you can find the next link. But if you're on the YouTube channel now, look for the second game of today. For Dan Phillips, Kevin Rader, and myself, this is